Alright. The event is finally out. I'm super excited for the poll, as I want to really get the new character. After that, I'm just gonna do the event and see how it goes. Probably won't finish in one video though. Let's get all the sign-in rewards first. $400. Oh. What is this? Saria Blackpipe, Hayafala, and Surtur. Perfect. Operator voucher. Okay, very good, very good. What's this? How have you been, Doctor? It's been scorching lately and work's been slow, so everyone at LGD is feeling a bit sluggish. Missy's not around, so it was up to me to figure something out, and all I could think of was giving everyone some time off. Luckily, it worked like a charm. Everyone came back from their break with renewed energy. I'll be heading to Higashi myself, which I think with the new event will be about. If I find any good liquor when I get back, I wonder if you'd be free to meet up for a few drinks. Hanabi, Hoshiguma, the Breacher, and we have Haruka. Okay. Let's do the free roll first. Who is in the certificate? The contract. Who are you? We have Pepe, Ayafala, Gavio, and Chen. I think I'll call for Ayafala. And then try to get one of these guys. Alright, let's see. First poll. First poll of the day. Yes. As expected. Alright, next temple. I think that's a 5-star. Oh no, 6-star. What, 6-star in the first temple? I'm pretty lucky. Very lucky indeed.
Is this the office of the doctor? I've been looking for the place.
Where am I?
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to
Let's see what we got. Honestly, if I got Haruka in the first temple, I'm even considering not to pull for the rest. And save up. Kichise, the unerring.
For all your needs, whether you need a gem appraiser, a fence, or an information broker. I am always at your service. During business hours.
During business hours.
You're the doctor of Rhodes Island? I've heard so much about you.
Attention! I am Doberman, former military instructor for the Bali.
I think this is a 6-star.
Defender
I got
Hoshiguma.
Hoshiguma.
Once again. Special Inspection Unit Chief? Yep, that'll be my job title soon. Though on roads, I'm just Operator Hoshiguma.
Hoshiguma.
For me that way.
Ah, that's really nice.
I'm Lava, a caster. Here to join you simply because I'm bored and want something to do.
Alright, we got Hoshiguma in the first temples. You know what, I think I'm just gonna stop here today and then wait to get all the free polls and see if I can get Haruka. If I can get Haruka, that's great. If I can't get Haruka, then I have to decide whether I want to spend all my polls in getting Haruka. From what I have seen from the promotion video, Haruka is a really strong healer. Now, do I really need Haruka for my lineup? I think it will be a really strong addition, but it's not necessary, I would say. Alright, let's put Hoshigama down. She's a defender.
Mission time.
Alright. I'm gonna do the event now.
I get to stretch
See
my
what the
legs.
story is all about.
Too stifling in here. There's near to none of the monastery's sunshine. Let me tell you a secret. I can.
Sometimes I miss the days I spent riding a burden beast out into the wilds.
I think it's this one. Guild summaries.
Not sending me out on a field mission today?
Let's do it properly.
Suit yourself.
If I want to help improve Rhodes Island's plant diversity, where do I apply?
Hoshiguma, you're
Here
up.
I am, Doctor. Huh? Oh.
What's
I spent so much time
other
here,
characters'
muscle memory for me to duck
job?
my head.
Specialist? Support? I didn't even read. Oh. Sniper.
This is a nice little space. Oh, maybe I can get a few arcade cabinets. I hope I can get a
Oops.
nice big bathtub.
Here I am, Doctor. Huh? Oh, I've spent so much time here, it's muscle
This is a nice little space. Oh, maybe I can get a few arcade cabinets set up. Nope, you didn't hear me say anything.
You've tied so many different kinds of landmines together, and you can barely.
Just gonna finish off the dailies
Team A6
first
reporting in.
before getting to the new event.
The name's Rope. Nice to meet you. I'm Vanilla, trainee operator from.
I had some impression of it from watching the videos from Bilibili, the Chinese platform equivalent of YouTube. So I have a very, very rough inkling of what's the main story is about. Not really, I pretty much forgot what I watched. So it'd be pretty much the first time I'm doing it. Okay, this is finished. Oh, I still have some left to grade for. Alright, let's start. Ato. That's the name of the event. Let's see what we got. I'm looking forward to it. Da, 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 da. I love that song. Is it gonna be this badass when I use her as an operator? Suspected to be missing. Very cool. It's a new 5-star character. Oh, the music slaps. Let me put the sound a little bit higher, the volume. It's a new Vanguard. They only activate once, and this doesn't look that strong. Just looking at the talent. Rightmost, -1. Oh, interesting. Her second. This is interesting. Because of all defender and supporter, -1, max HP plus 15, and it stacks up to 2 times, lasting until the next retreat. Oh, this is looking actually pretty decent. If you want to play the defender and supporter strat in integration strategy. You're not Madam Oni anymore, you're just an Oni. A vicious Oni. Sounds like the start of a conspiracy. No, Madam Oni, I can't let you go any further. I have to kill that man. The Oyabun told me himself, I can't let you get any closer. There's no time. Out of the way, Jiro. Last warning. Madam Oni! Even you're getting in my way now, Jiro. I know I can't. I just want one last drink with you, okay? I'm not trying to buy time, just one drink. When we're done, we can get back to killing each other. The Yakuza pulls out a bottle of sake and pours 2 cups, while the woman, known as Madam Oni, silently watches on. Drink already. Is it poisoned? Madam Oni lifts her head, the sake falling straight into her belly, but rather than a gentle warmth, a raging fire burns in her like a twisted knife. Oops. Jiro, you... got to protect him. He might be your enemy, but he's always been good to me. If he dies here, he's only going to be my benefactor. If he lives, he'll become the benefactor for all of Mitsukue. Sorry, Madam Oni. The pain in her belly becomes a raging inferno that churns together, with the fury in her mind bursting its way out of her chest. Unlike the chivalrous Yakuza who walked against the flow, who knew right from the wrong and believed in the justice she had always upheld, now she has developed into a vicious Oni, one who knows nothing but slaughter. The Hanya in her hands can no longer be controlled by the great wisdom in scripture it is named for. All that is left is a frenzied fury that burns hotter than the face of Hanya, uncaring of former friendships. Yeah. Dead. Madam Oni. Stop her. Whoa. Well, that's 3 down. In just a few seconds. She's gone mad. All who get in my way must die. Crime, transformation, the general welfare. These words must ring hollow to you. Belaboring the subject will not bring you redemption. Vicious Oni. Shut up. What? Like a Yakuza, Birth of the Vicious Oni. Starring Momoka Hanyu. She must be the only star actor in the show. Excuse me? No pushing. Are you trying to flatten everyone or something? The giant Uchiwa you've got, lifted up high. Uchiwa? You know, a fan you wave to show how big a fan you are. Isn't that boy you got there a real big one? Making it a triangle is pretty creative. How long has Momochi been your Oshi? Momochi? Sorry, just trying to get through. I'm in a hurry. Momoka! 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 Wow, she looks really beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so honored that my first role on the big screen got to be the leading lady in Birth of the Vicious Oni, the Nameless Oni. I've always been fascinated by the Nameless Oni, as she's the subject of a kaiden tale that's been going around the Mitsukue for ages. An Oni with a single horn who rebels in the name of vengeance. Wiping out an entire Yakuza family in a berserker rage before finally killing the candidate for the diet she swore a blood feud against. Blood feud? But after realizing just how blood-stained her hands had become, she couldn't bear the guilt, ultimately committing suicide. Suicide? Her endless resentment meant she couldn't be reborn, so she became a specter roaming the streets, vowing to bury the truth in the dark and suffers no witness to live. Has the story really grown that much? It's a terrifying and tragic story, but it's also a touching one. And now it's finally out on the silver screen for all to see. This movie means a lot to me. The people of Kajimachi were so kind to me when we were filming there, so I'd like to thank them while I have the chance. I'd also like to take this opportunity to talk about Shin Oni Bugyo coming out this winter. I'll be playing the lead Oni Happo no Take, giving everyone a whole new take on the Oni Bugyo story. It'll have a few Birth of the Vicious Oni related Easter eggs and references too. I really can't tell you too much right now, but I hope you all go and watch it too. Next, we have our very last song for this show, the ED for Birth of the Vicious Oni. Fishermore Nocturne. Hope you'll like it. It is a slow song. The moment the music starts, the crowd quiets down. The singer has already belted out an entire concert's worth of songs, the beads of sweat running down her neck just barely perceptible, but she strives to keep her breathing steady, singing to the gentle violin. Plot of the film aside, the song's pretty good. This Momochi has a great singing voice too. Shame I don't have time for a break right now. Hoshiguma turns her head towards the perimeter of the crowd. Peering over the heads of hundreds, no thousands of fans, she's looking to spy a target before the target spies her. Unfortunately, at that very moment, they lock eyes. Anxious police officer. There she is. Yeah. Excuse me, I need to switch places. Eh? What? If you're not going to move, I'll push my way through. I don't understand. Sorry, pal. The only woman lifts her Uchiwa up high. It's only at this point that the young fan notices the cold glint of steel shining off it. Before he even has time to react, he's pushed aside by some monstrous force. The tall Oni has barged past him, And now she's only a few steps away from the stage. Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your eyes. Looking at life's dawn and dusk so filled with dreams. My singing voice is pales in comparison. Thank you everyone, thank you all for listening. That was the last song I have for you today. Encore, encore, encore. Who are you? Hajimachi resident. Momoka, Momoka. Here, over here. Amidst the surging crowd of fans, one is particularly excited. He lifts something up high, having done all she can to squeeze through the crowd to reach the stage. Oh, it's you. Momoka, I live in Kajimachi. I was even an extra in Birth of the Vicious Oni. This is a picture you took with us extras when we were wrapping up filming. I always wanted to give it to you, but never had the chance. Please, take it. Kajimachi? You are... Even Kajimachi has star chasers like her these days. I thought only old geezers lived there. Is it geezers or geezers? Geezers, I think. As she muses, Hoshigoma inadvertently spots out the corner of her eye several men, very much not dressed like fans, heading towards the Kajimachi girl. Sad. They don't look like plainclothes security either. She might even say they look more like Yakuza. Just as they are about to grab hold of her, Momoka suddenly pulls her up onto the stage. Wow. Whoa! Momoka! The fans, lost to hype, rush the stage, making the already cramped venue even more impenetrable. Up on stage, the sparkling idol cups her hands around her fans. That must be a golden experience. Hi, you. Did you tell me your name? Right, Kichise. I'm Kichise. I'm sure I've seen you before. Remember me? What did I even do that was so memorable, Momoka-san? This might be embarrassing, but you're the first person I've met who actually likes film stuff bentos. That's because the rice is so good. Wait, you saw that? No. I put my own on the table next to you, so I got to watch you happily eat your 6th box. Weep now. I'm so sorry. No, please, there's no need. I just meant... As the girl leans forward, she loses her balance, fumbling into Momoka's embrace. Seeing her give one of her fans a big hug, the crowd goes wild. Hey now, watch your step. So, how is Kajimachi right now? Is everyone doing okay? Kajimachi? Right now, what? The pachinko parlor is not seeing as much business as it used to. Most people who want to stay out of trouble have moved away, and they're shooting Shin Oni Bugyo in a big fancy soundstage studio. What is pachinko parlor? Let me just do a quick research. Oops. Wrong one. A pachinko parlor, oh, I've seen this before. Popular noisy Japanese entertainment venue filled with machines that blend pinball and slot machines. I see. No, wait, what I'm trying to say is that I'm here on Kajimachi's behalf to invite you back. Everyone would love to see you again. Eh? Really? I'll gladly go, and I'll gladly see what I can do. I'll do anything I can for Kajimachi's sake. Kichise-san, Security's almost here. We can leave from the side. Thank you, Momoka-san. Thanks for the photo. Momoka turns to look at her backup band. The lead keyboardist gives her a nod. Then, thank you everyone for your passion and energy. It really means a lot to me. So I'd like to ask everyone to wait a little bit longer and let the band have a moment to catch their breath. I'll be back on stage in 2 minutes to give you all the perfect curtain call. The venue lights slowly fade out. The darkness does not stop the crowd's fervent chatter. Hoshigoma takes the opportunity to hold herself up on stage, trying to leave the venue as fast as possible. Why are you running away, Hoshigoma? Who just stepped on me? Ugh. Who are you? Isn't this one of the guys chasing Kichise? Does he really work plainclothes security? Just looking to head out, nothing else. It's too crowded down there. Don't you fans pay a lot of money to be in a crowd like that? Wait, I bet you're the type of messed up fan who goes on stage to bother the talent. I really am just trying to head out. You really didn't check who's in charge of Momoka-san's agency? Stay right there. Oops. Hey, what the hell is this thing? A metal shield? Report, we've got trouble. There's someone on the stage. I'm going to have to ask you to cut it. Boom, one hit KO. I need to get out of here quick if I end up chased by both security and the police. I'm coming back on stage now. Thank you everyone for waiting. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oopsie. The lights turn on. The two people up on stage look at each other with surprise. An unconscious man is locked on the floor between them. An Oni with a single horn? From the legend? The nameless Oni Kaiden legend? Hey, get back. Don't haunt me. Stay away from me. As the crowd looks on, the one-horned Oni turns towards backstage, while Momoka huddles against the floor, shielding her head with her hands. The lighting director cuts the lights. There's no use. It only takes 5 seconds of silence before the venue devolves into complete bedlam. Phew, finally got out of there. Even if you count for the chaos, the encore should be over by now. The police will be on my trail soon enough. Should I go meet them? No. I should at least head back to Kajimachi first to see the old man. Who knows how much the place has changed in 20 years. Ding dong ding. Ling-One's department store. Everything you want, you'll find it here. Ling-One's department store. Ling-One's department store? Wasn't it called Yamazaki? Did they extend the store so much it blocked the road? Looks like I need to go inside to pass through. Oops. Why don't you come in for a drink? You look like you can handle your liquor, and we just got some high-quality whiskey. Or if you would prefer a more old-school choice, we also have a fine collection of Imo Shocho. No, thank you. Behind the store, there should be clocked up too. Take this, Ojo-san. Ojo-san. No need. No, you definitely need it. You need to be guided to the most precious thing on Terra. Stepping stone to happiness. Flyer for a host club? I definitely don't need this. Whatever. It just seemed like you were looking for something. Anything I can help with? What did you happen to lose here in this bustling street of entertainment? It's a way home. I never expected valiant ladies like you to have days when they were lost. But no matter. Were all the alleys from Nita Street to Kajimachi blocked off? Can you only go using the main road now? No need to be so hasty in going back. Looks like there wasn't any point in asking. They're still scanning the crowd. They haven't seen me yet. Hoshiguma finds a perfectly unremarkable wall to sit down against. True enough, 2 police officers keep their eyes on the crowd, walking right past her without a second glance. Most of the credit goes to the people she's sharing the wall with, a majority of them drunken office workers. Some then lean against the wall to vomit, while others simply hunch over to puke onto the street. As for those who want to entertain themselves in the entertainment district through means outside of alcohol, they appear as if on an infinite conveyor belt, a near infinite supply of them on an endless loop. She's pretty sure she saw this group of people walk past her not 5 minutes ago. Just about time to go. Very good camouflage there. Who are you? Aisho, that one-horned Oni. Are you sure she isn't the Kaiden from Legend here to haunt me? The Kaiden from the tales aren't like the ghosts you're thinking of. Relax. But what else could there have been? A ghost is the only explanation. If she was a ghost, why she run off without you doing anything? If she didn't follow you, then the only explanation is pure coincidence. She's got nothing to do with you. I agree with that. You're better off worrying about other things. From what you said, Mio-san would have to take responsibility for the big ruckus today. Mio-san? No, her job is to keep me safe, and I'm fine at least. Anyway, just in case the ghost is real, it's not like anyone upstairs can blame her for failing to stop a ghost, right? Here, your Chikuwa, icon, and the Burden Beast tendon. The radiant Momoka on stage is now just a young woman venting her frustrations, sniffling back tears before using one hand to lift her mask, and her other to bring a bamboo skewer to her mouth, biting off a chunk of Chikuwa to chew on. Phew. I'm still scared, Taisho. I'll wait at this yatai for a bit. Smells good. Taisho, I'll have a boiled foul beast egg, a piece of atsu-age, and a kombu snot. Coming right up. I just need to head that way to get to Kajimachi, right? That's right. Got work there. Okyaku-sama. This means customer, Okyaku-sama. Just dropping by for a visit. You're that! Taisho, look! She really did follow me. Well, I'm begging you. Please, don't haunt me, Ghost-san. When I was playing you, I really did my best. If you're not happy with my performance, I can ask for a reshoot. Wait, no. The film's already out. It's too late for that. I'm actually really scared of Kaiden, Ghost-san. I didn't mean to offend you. Who's shouting? Is something going on over there? Oopsie. You really led us on a wild foul beast chase, Hoshiguma-san. Still going to resist arrest? Hardly. I wasn't planning on resisting in the first place. Hands where I can see them. Huh? What just happened? What do you mean, what just happened? I must be dreaming. Why did the police just arrest the ghost? That's really funny. Alright, new mechanic. Every ring is a press of the delete key in the mortal realm. You do not understand its language, but you always find out the next day that a fork in life that should have led to you has been quietly wiped away. Fate Striker continuously summons certain fates when activated. It's a Yakuza looking fella there. Some folks back home call this Fate Striker. If the name implies he stays and one day you can rewrite your fate. Wanna give it a try, Doctor? Here to launch certain fates. What is this? Here's a lucky seed. Anyone on it can absorb certain fates and turn them into favor. The higher their block count, the more favor you get. So this favors defender a lot. Once you get enough favor, those Fate Strikers will be activated. They call this period luck sack time. Unless you can only run one Fate Strike at a time and the others will stop on their own. Let's try this one. Oh, when certain fates hit enemies, we'll also get favor. That's nice, but oh, we don't need DP to activate it. Look, Doctor, we have enough favor now, and now it's luck sack time. During this period, the operator with the highest DP cost has it the best. They can jump into battle at once, wow. They even recover a lot of SP on deployment. This action won't use your deploy... Are you serious? This action won't use your deployment slots. Once luck sack time is over, they will be forcibly retreated, but with a greatly reduced redeployment time. Interesting. You can still obtain favor during luck sack time. Feels good, doesn't it? You can keep going as long as you have enough favor. The more operators will get to enjoy its effects. Doctor, try stacking up favor and see if you can get a non-stop luck sack time going. Sure.
Alright then.
They get stunned as well. Wow.
That's it. Hurry up. Even the dead can't save you.
Okay, no more luck sack. This probably means there's a less demand on DP generation, since you can just ignore the DP cost of the highest operator. Okay, before we start, I'm actually gonna
So many different kinds of landmines.
level up.
You can barely keep them from exploding. Well, that's something I have to hand to you.
Hoshiguma and try her out.
Crazier than
Mission time. Perfect. I get to stretch my legs far, far away from paperwork. I'll still protect you even without this method.
My money.
Best I learn from you how to command others.
Attack plus 55%, deal damage. Oh, unlimited duration. How is that attacks? That's really, really powerful. What's second skill? Launches her shield while hitting all blocked enemies 3 times per attack. Each hit 65% of attack. The shield flies 1 loop around this unit. The shield slows enemies on contact, dealing 100% of attack as arts damage. While Hoshiguma the Breacher recovers HP equals to 10% of the damage dealt by the shield. Oh wait, she even deals arts damage. Interesting. We need 3 defenders. Or do we? Oh, we don't really have to though, because I can put these guys down.
Mission time. Perfect. I get to stretch my legs far, far away from paperwork.
Here's your fried meat chop and rice, detective. Good job. We'll get some rest. Thank you. It's past midnight already. You've been hiding from us ever since you got to Mitsukue this afternoon. You must be hungry. You haven't eaten at all. Alright then. Here, a fried meat chop with rice. Higashini's specialty. The detective puts extra emphasis on the word Higashini's. Is that how I pronounce it? Higashini's. And pushes the tray toward Hoshiguma. With nary a word, Hoshiguma picks up the bowl and chopsticks and begins shoveling rice down her gullet. Well, how is it? Do they have food like this in Lawman? Continues shoveling rice. Would you look at that? Tell me, just how long has it been since you've enjoyed a proper Higashini's meal? Shoves a chop into mouth. Whatever. Eat up. Noisily chews and crunches cabbage. Gulps water. Tilts head back and dumps remaining contents of bowl into mouth. Must be really delicious. Puts down the empty bowl. Phew. Tastes like home, doesn't it? It's not a home or nostalgia thing, Detective-san. I'm just hungry. Why, you... Actually, I had a fried meat chop with rice right before I left Longman. Next time, could you get me something else? Like some oden from the place you dragged me out of? It smelled amazing. I didn't even get a sip of the broth. And for the record, when I was footing the bill to feed suspects back in Longman, I always ordered chongfun. I suggest you start taking this a bit more seriously, Hoshiguma. You're the suspect this time. Me? I haven't even been in Mitsukue for 24 hours. What could you possibly suspect me of? A suspect in a case from 20 years ago isn't a suspect? Ah, so the history catches up on her. Detective-san. Detective Koreto. Detective Koreto. Yes? After 20 years, we're well past the statute of limitations. Besides, you should be about done authenticating my lawman inspector's badge, no? We haven't gotten the results back yet. Let's assume you're telling me the truth. What would motivate a lawman cop like you to come all the way back here? Did you lose your job? You have some enemies you need to deal with? Did someone in lawman send you here? Or are you perhaps connected to those rumors about the spy of the Northern Court? Stop. If you keep throwing out guesses like that, this whole conversation is gonna spiral. Take a look at this letter, detective. We just searched you. Where the hell were you hiding that? It takes a detective to outsmart a detective. Phew. Let's run another lap. How about it, partner? Think you can keep up with me? Looks like you're good. Let's go. Is that a lady's car? The single-horned Oni lays across the vehicle, sizes up the end of the straightway, then charges dead ahead. The howling winds make it hard for her to tell just how far her pursuers are. What brings you here, ma'am? I'm just stopping by. I don't plan on staying long. Yan Wu told me that before Swire set out for New Siesta, she tidied up all internal affairs to lighten the load for those of you left behind. Yeah, If Missy hadn't wrapped things up before leaving, how could I have found the time to come here? That's true. Then what is it that's troubling you, Inspector Hoshiguma? You can see in my face, huh? I wouldn't say so. However, if repeatedly pushing the pedal to the metal still leaves you wrestling with anxiety, you shouldn't bottle all that emotion up on your own. You and I are both Higashinis. When little Chen and Swa aren't here, I have to act in their stead. We are, aren't we? Indeed we are, Higashinis. I can't hide anything from you, ma'am. I recently received a letter. Dear Madam, Summer's end is nigh, yet the stubborn heat still lingers. Please mind your good health. 20 years have passed with nary a word between us. Much has transpired. Things best left unwritten. Yet I feel compelled to write to you, but I regret any trouble this may cause. This letter is written for no other reason than the decade or so that we spent together in our hometown of Kajimachi, which is soon to vanish from the map. Though the land is unaware, its people still have feelings. Therefore, I have humbly taken it upon myself to organize a funeral rites for Kajimachi, which will be held soon. In my waning years, to see old friends once more would be a grand blessing. Sincerely, Tesai. What a solemn, traditional letter. This is a man who arranged for your refuge in Longman, the so-called father of Hanya. That's right. I called him Uncle Tesai. It's been so many years. He must be in his 70s or 80s by now. I lived in Kajimachi before I left Mitsukue. And so, is it not only proper to return to Kajimachi one last time, before it is no more? To be honest, when I first came to Longman, I considered settling here for good. I thought about moving elsewhere if things didn't work out, even leaving Yan altogether, the same way I left Higashi. But the one thing I never considered was going back home. It's been 20 years. I don't even know what Mitsukue is like these days. Instead of going back home, I might as well come here for a ride and to grab a plate of street food, stir-fried noodles, to put my mind at ease. Don't you have a good reason to go home? The funeral, no? You volunteer to serve as a mighty guardian of Longman, throwing yourself into the fight without hesitation. Yan Wu, myself, Lin, and all your friends, we've seen it with our own eyes. But you shouldn't limit yourself. You're more than that. Little Chen is gone, and Yuxia has more or less taken over for her father. One LGD commissioner alone won't keep this operation afloat. I have neglected my responsibilities. Nonsense. Before little Chen left Longman, you had words with her. They eventually reached my ears as well, whether I wanted to hear them or not. Even if the problems you've bottled up inside can never be resolved, simply going back to have a chat with him while he still walks among the living is worth your while, yes? You're right. By the way, don't forget to bring back a few packs of proper Higashini's senbei for me. Senbei? A jianbing shop opened up near the LGD. I thought it was Higashini's senbei with the name translated, so I went and placed an order. It wasn't until the piping hot pancake came out, stuffed with foul beast egg, crispy meat, and scallions, that I realized it wasn't a senbei at all, but a jiangqi jianbing. These are completely different dishes. I think we've resolved any and all misunderstandings between us, right, Detective Koreto? The Oyabun of the Kinsekikai Yakuza clan sent you a letter, inviting you to the funeral in Kajimachi. He's turf. And after some persuading from a particular individual of similar origin, you've decided to go back there. Am I right? That's right. This particular individual, her identity is not important. Is it not? If it was not for her, would you dare walk the streets of Mitsukue? Of course I would. Alright. If it really isn't important, then you can stay here a good 24 hours. The station's quiet these days anyway. Hardly any of the calls we get are real emergencies. Then what are they about? They're reporting signs of a kaiden they want me to investigate. A kaiden? Like an urban legend? Ghost story? You really haven't been back to Mitsukue for a while, huh? This place doesn't even feel like a real police station anymore. The townies have been treating us like cops from the spiritual affairs station for a while now. Who is it? There's someone outside for you. It's Mifune-san. The weary-looking detective glanced at Hoshiguma, then out the door. Hatred is seared across his face. If you're in the middle of something here, do you want me to stall him for a bit? You? Stall him? He won't even get 3 words in before he calls someone else, and then that call will be routed straight to us. Send him in. Before the detective can finish speaking, a tall figure strides into the room. Ignoring the officers around him, he makes a beeline for Hoshiguma. Himbi? Never fear, Hoshiguma. As long as I'm here, the police can't touch you. Oh hey, Mifune-san. Been a while since someone called you by your old name. From before you made it big, huh? Well, why don't you try then? Good. Knowing when to yield is a virtue. Mifune, Hoshiguma, you will always address me as Himbi. Come, let's go home. Detective Corretto still hasn't what? Hasn't explained the basis for this arbitrary detention? Don't tell me this is about that case from 20 years ago. What a pity. The statute of limitations already expired many years ago, actually. The Northern Court may have revived its penal code, but that doesn't give you Southerners the right to bend the law. Spare me the muscling, even if the statute of limitations is up. Yes, the statute of limitations is up. So on what grounds are the police still detaining people? I want a justification, one that can withstand a direct inquiry, a televised hearing, and a court of public opinion. This is intimidation. This is me exercising my rights under the law. Detective Corretto, let them go. Himbi, Uncle Tessai sent you to get me? The entire Kinseki Kai is awaiting your return. Let's go. Stop arguing with the cops. Feels bad, man. They're just doing their job. They exit the police station, turn right, and cross the street. I think it's exit is a verb form. Nito Street unfolds before Hoshiguma in broad daylight. The harsh white sun shines down on the street, draining the buildings of their neon shimmer and baring the raw concrete beneath. The morning commute is in full swing. Expressionless office workers hurry past shops that are either still closed or trying half-heartedly to drum up business. None of them look nearly as glamorous as they did under the moonlight. Who was it that threw up on street last night? Which man was persuaded to empty his wallet at the club? Under the light of day, they all looked the same. How many years has it been? How are things in Longman? Feel good? We hadn't heard a peep from you all this time. I was afraid something had happened to you. I was worried sick. I figured, after all this time, nobody thought of me as one of the Kinsekikai anymore. How? No matter how fate plays its tricks, or how long you've been incommunicado, as long as you come back, then you're still family. Over the past 2 decades, has a Kinsekikai ever issued you an expulsion or no contact notice? Never. Say what you will. Even now, at every official meeting, the seat to the old man's left is still left empty. You've always been the King Sekikai's Wakagashira, the heir apparent. And you? Why, I'm just a Wakagashira Hosa, the Wakagashira second. Don't for a minute think the old man's gone senile. Everyone agrees with his decision. If you hadn't offered that bad candidate 20 years ago, if I could get to him too, the King Sekikai would have been driven out of Kajimachi, crushed under the weight of his public pressure campaign. Then, you made sure the rest of us were in the clear, taking all the heat for the killing. You fled to Longmen alone, which allowed the King Sekikai to survive. You've sacrificed so much for us. If we just turned our backs on you, what kind of family would that make us? Don't say such things. It's all facts. Hearsay. So why can't I state the facts? Imbi, we can talk ancient history later. Uncle Tessai mentioned in his letter that he was holding a funeral for Kajimachi. Do you know about this? A what? A funeral? No. What are we talking about with a funeral? Madam Oni, we really don't have time to wander the streets right now. We need to get back to Kajimachi and find him as quick as we can to straighten all this out. The tall Fidia hastens his steps and hurries off towards Kajimachi. He walks so fast and with such long strides that Hoshiguma has to break into a jog just to keep up. Why are you in such a hurry, Kimbi?
Listen, everyone. Stay calm.
When shifted, loses barrier. Defense reduced when barrier is lost.
Okay, why can't everyone try to get along?
Oh,
You're not the one I'm looking for. Move.
I won't sleep, you shall not pass. Here I am.
Understood.
this guy's getting shifted a bit too much, I think.
I've arrived.
Here I am. Take that.
Oh, there's another two. Wow. Okay.
Please hold on.
My guy just... How much damage does he do? Can I survive?
All right, then.
Okay, not that much damage.
Leave it to us.
This is the place.
So we're actually just gonna get infinite amount of favor, and then just use everyone for free. That sounds so funny, actually.
Doesn't matter to me.
Understood.
What is it trying to hit? The ball? I suppose you accelerate the ball if you hit it. It's interesting. Interesting mechanic. Oh. Ooh, new senbei flavors. Premium muskmelon with Syracusan red sauce and condensed crisp milk with a Honjozo soy sauce. They look delicious. No. I'm counting my calories. I have to watch what I eat. Huh? Mio-san? I'll be at the agency in just a few minutes. Did you need something? What? Almost there. I'm running over now. Who's this Mio-san? Oh, treating fans like fools. Nose in the air. I'm no fan of hers anymore, that's for sure. She ruined the concert. Trying so hard to go viral, pretending to be scared. Aren't you embarrassed? What do you mean? Wait here. What did she even do? What is all this? A media smear campaign. It started early yesterday morning, most likely the work of a rival. So you are Mio-san. Producer, I didn't know you were coming. What's the situation? It all happened so suddenly. PR is still investigating. This isn't just PR. What do you mean? That one horn Oni wasn't our doing, right? Mio, you're responsible for Momoka's safety. Please get to the bottom of all this. Of course. Momoka, your gaffe on the stage yesterday was one thing, but upstairs is more upset about something else. What's that? You've been acting less and less like a pop idol lately. Then this happens, and you vanish without a trace? The fans didn't seem to react too negatively. I even gave them an encore. They were into it. I was tired and hungry when I hopped off stage, not to mention scared. I just went to my favorite Oden Yatai is all. Well, how do you explain your inappropriate monologue up there? Inappropriate monologue? What did I say wrong? Your remarks on Kajimachi. Kajimachi? Oh, you mean the fan that... The Kinseki group is the sole backer of our entire operation. They have a very tense relationship with Kajimachi right now. Speaking out recklessly will only make things harder for all of us. I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just thinking about how I shot my first movie there. I still remember when I got started. He told me Chairman Tessa valued my skills. The past is the past. I'm talking about the present. Things are different now. Besides, we've always told you to stay in your lane and stick to the script when you're on stage. The people come to see Momoka, not you with your big mouth. I get it. As long as you get it. Producer, when are we going to the recording studio? My schedule is today. We have to get a move on. Meh, actually, why don't you take a few days off? Huh? What? Producer? I don't need any rest. I'm used to the grind by now. We're in peak season, I know that. If I take a break now, I'll put us several days behind. Maybe if he hadn't been so busy during the day yesterday, he wouldn't have been calmer last night. I'm sorry, but if you really want to make up for your mistakes, Momoka, I have an urgent assignment for you. Anything. The television station wants to book you on a show. Take a look. The Haunted House of Kajimachi? Another one of these shows? Why? And why now of all times? Would they produce a program that makes Kajimachi look bad? Then you rather take a break? No, I just... Momoka, you know that when you don't do what we say, it reflects poorly on you. But... Momoka... Producer, I don't want to die. I've known that place was haunted for forever. A bunch of people die in that house. They say it's somehow connected to the nameless Oni. It was her there on the stage last night. Momoka, I will take measures to ensure your safety. Mio, back me up here. Momoka, do not worry. I'll go with you. Mio-san is going too? Yes. Are you strong enough to take down that vicious Oni? Mio tilts her head and thinks hard for a few seconds. Maybe not. I'm doomed. I'm done for. Feels bad. If we keep walking down Nita Street, we'll soon arrive at Kamachimachi. From now on, that will be our place. Our city. Our city? But Papa, we've been walking down the street and I don't see anything all that different. What do you think, Uncle Tesai? It will become different. It will change. A wind carrying a scent, woody, or perhaps musty, blows against her face, and somehow Hoshiguma is compelled to take a deep breath. The houses are all so cold. Does Uncle Tesai still live in the same place? Yeah, the big house at the end there. Kimbi, what's the deal with the funeral? Hachimachi looks like it's doing fine. It's a long story. What's wrong? Hoshiguma quickly realizes why Kimbi has fallen silent, and why the expression on his face now carries a touch more respect. Not too far away, there's an old man standing in the road, facing them. The old man's back is slightly hunched, yet somehow, as the wind lifts his wide sleeves, he seems to stand a little taller. Uncle Tesai. Chairman Tesai. Kimbi, I told you that you're not permitted to set foot in Kajimachi ever again. Ophelia appears startled. The reverence on his face quickly turns to fear. I was preoccupied with a certain happy event that happened today. I lost track of my surroundings and accidentally walked into Kajimachi. Damn. She's in cahoots with you. That's what you're happy about? Chairman, I just got her out of the police station is all. The cops started chasing her as soon as she arrived in Mitsukue. She only just slipped out. She's come back here out of genuine concern for her home. If you're unhappy about something, please, pick it up with me. Do not blame her. As for my trespassing into Kajimachi, I perform a dogeza, offer a formal apology on another date, or cut off a finger. You'd do any of those things if I asked? The decision is yours. Oyapan, I ran around to everyone asking where you were, until I found out you'd come here to Kajimachi. Why did you make the trip out here? That old bastard doesn't have many days left. Why bother coming to this forsaken place? Oyaban? You know I'm your Oyaban? Then do you know who gave this Oyaban the lofty position that he holds today? Right. This isn't your first offense. Some time ago, Chairman Tesai forbade me and my men from ever entering Kajimachi again. This is not the first time you've disobeyed that order, am I right? Well, I wasn't. He was the one who drove those 3 families out of Kajimachi, plus the 2 shops that led to shut down. And that was all after Chairman Tesai ordered us to stay out of Kajimachi. Isn't that right? You knowingly went against his orders. How should I punish you? Beads of sweat form on the flustered gangster's forehead. So Oyaban isn't usually like this. He toasts me when I do well and offers gentle encouragement when I fall short. Before he can even finish his thought, he hears a sound. Swish! Wait! Kimbi, what are you doing? Before he can even finish his thought, it's cut short. The gangster's headless body collapses to the ground with a thud. Neither Tesai's iron fan nor Hoshiguma's hanya can match the quick draw of the Phidia's long sword. That was your Kinsekikai brother, murdering a member of the family right in front of me. Is this your way of raising a hand against me? But Chairman, you've already given me managerial control of the clan. He ignored warnings, defied the chairman, and refused to change. He should have died long ago. The fact that he lived this long is a failure of my leadership. Well, I brought her here. My work is done. It's time I answered for disobeying Chairman Tessai's order. He aims at his bloodstained long sword, still unsheathed, at his finger. Before the old man can even speak, the figure swings his blade and his left pinky falls to the floor. There. That's your tone for my sins, yeah? No one says anything. The figure slides the blade back into its sheath, bows deeply to Tessai, and gives a small nod to Hoshiguma. Chairman Tessai, I will now take my leave so as not to bother you further. Welcome home, Hoshiguma. I'm going to call the police. Hoshiguma's voice trails off, and she becomes lost in thought, remembering how Kimbi swaggered around the police station. The old man squints his eyes slightly as he glances at Hoshiguma. It seems you've been getting on well in lawman. You've forsaken the life of crime, eh? If you still walk the path, you will remember this. No matter how a man dies, someone always comes to clean up. But as long as the cleanup happens, the police won't bother themselves with our messes. You've had a long trip. Let's talk inside. Though she has been away for 20 years, Hoshiguma still pushes open the gate with practiced ease. Just like in Kajimachi, time has not left much of a mark on this place. Hoshiguma immediately spots the little path she used to take, the quickest way across the courtyard. She can't tell whether the koi in the pond have lived all these years, or if the owner has been quietly replacing them with identical ones. I'm back. Sit. Uncle Tessai, did you write me that letter because Kimbi? I never wrote you a letter. It wasn't you? When you left Mitsukue 20 years ago, I told you we would never again make contact. I intended to honor that promise. So, that letter. Kimbi forged it. What else could it be? Why would he do that? You're the chairman of the Kinsekekai. How would you permit such a transgression? Chairman? If that viper didn't keep calling me that, I'd have forgotten I was chairman of anything. Look, I'm an old man with no real power. Even my last parcel of turf, Kajimachi, is about to be taken from me. And Kimbi. He's taken over the originium and crystal business that I built from the ground up. He's taken control of all our operations. He started new ventures like a TV network, even a talent agency, and made them hugely successful. So he's usurped all Kinsekikai businesses and is now planning to take over Kajimachi. A radical rebirth and a redevelopment plan. That was how he put it just a month ago. Who's rebirthing what? How are they redeveloping it? Who keeps the proceeds? These are not questions I can ask, of course. That's why you forbade him and his men from entering Kajimachi. And today we get this grand performance, where he uses his minion's life as a stage prop. No, not a performance. It was a show of force. He didn't used to be like this. He was a better actor back then. He tricked me. And he tricked you. That's the only possible explanation, no? He didn't realize that that finger-chopping bit was all a ploy? A ploy? Fake finger? Surgical reattachment? Hypothesis? He's got no shortage of tricks. He wasn't atoning for his sins. He was spitting in my face. He was making a mockery of the Kinsekikai, of everything we stand for. I don't know what scheme Kimbi had in bringing you back, but there's only one thing you should do now. Return to Longman, and don't ever come back again. He's a rabid tusk beast now. But what will happen to you? Me? As long as the Kinsekikai still exists, I'm still their chairman by title. Kimby wouldn't dare raise a hand against me, at least not out in the open, and that's enough. I can't just leave. Then what do you intend to do? Wait until Kimby has pushed me to the brink and then end my suffering? I just don't want any more regrets this time. So you regret going to Lawman? No. Everything I regret is from my time in Mitsukue. Watching Kimby cut that man's head off like it was nothing. It sends all kinds of regret bubbling up from my stomach. Kimby's men see Kajimachi as nothing more than a pimple on Mitsukue's hide. You can't change their minds about that. I'm going to do whatever I can. By the way, amidst our grim conversation, I almost forgot to ask. What happened with Hanya? When Kimby was here, I took a glance at it. Looks different than it did the day I gave it to you, no? Well, to be honest, a corner got sliced off. How? With a sword. The old man's world, weary gaze suddenly flares with intensity. Whose sword? What was it made of? How was their sword technique? Did they use any arts? A good friend of mine back in Lawman, a colleague. Explaining it all with words is going to take too long. Give Hanya to me, let me see it. A cut like this doesn't come from advanced reinforced steel or simple art alone. Sure, there's always someone stronger out there, but let's not forget, Hanya's no ordinary shield. 日销. Uncle Tessa, you can tell just by looking at the cut? Don't forget, I've been around. Back when I was knocking back drinks with the Yanese trade envoys, the name Chixiao came up more than once. For Hanya, being bested by Chixiao is no shame at all. At the end of the day, it wasn't sharpness or toughness that turned Chixiao and Hanya into legendary weapons. Your mind was weaker than Chixiao's wielder. Not by much, but enough to turn the tide of battle. In that case, I guess Kimby's letter wasn't totally useless. At least it gave Hanya a chance. Do you want to reforge it? Of course. You expect me to let you run around the Lawman with this broken shield? Still, I need to think for a bit about how I'll reforge this shield to give you a sliver of chance to best Chixiao. Let me think it over. The old man, who once stared down the disaster unblinking, now burns with the impatience of youth. He's learned that there's someone stronger out there, and he yearns to test his mettle. The old acquaintance's long sword had just shattered any sort of parting sorrow, yet nostalgia stirs in Hoshiguma all the same. Forget it. This isn't something you and I can figure out just by sitting here and thinking about it. Give me some time. You've spent all night in an interrogation room. You must be tired. Go to the guest room and get some sleep. No. What? I want to pay my respects to my father first. I'm sorry. He's your biological father. What are you apologizing to me for? Is that clinic, my old home, still there? It's there, but no one has lived in it for about a decade. I bet it doesn't much resemble its former self. The abandoned house in the alley at the end of Kajimachi's middle street. Everyone calls it the haunted house. After the vicious Oni disappeared, Shimasu, who was a Kategashira, moved into the house with his family. But within 3 months, he fell ill and passed away. 6 months later, Sanaguchi, who was then serving as Wakagashira Hosa, bought the house. After hiring an omuji to perform rites for 7 days and nights, he moved in with his new bride. On the 7th night, a patrolman heard wretched wails coming from the haunted house. In a fit of madness, Sanaguchi took up his family's heirloom blade, killed his wife, and then took his own life. In the years that followed, every soul who deigned to live in the haunted house met a terrible end. Eventually, no one dared go near it again. Legend has it that the vicious Oni never really disappeared. From time to time, her tortured visage will pop up in the haunted house. And so, today. It's too dark in here. I can't see anything. Miu-san, are you there? Whoa! There's a pole top. Momoka, calm down. The camera on your head is shaking all over this place. Where did Moyo-san go? She said she'd be here with me. She's feeling under the weather. She got sick today. I've known Miu-san for years and I've never seen her get sick. Last winter, I watched her eat 20 ice creams with my own eyes, and she was completely fine. You're telling me she caught a cold? I don't believe it. Momoka, we're just trying to add some color here for TV. Work with us, okay? I just saw that Oni at the stage. But now I'm going to visit her haunted house? Ugh, relax, you're going to be fine. Alright, I'll do my best. Oh, why are there so many pole tops here? I don't like this. Wait, what's that sound behind me? Who's there? The vicious Oni? A ghost? It's you? What are you doing in my house? Momoka grabs something shaped like a stick from the ground and points it at a shadowy figure. She quickly realizes that whatever she has picked up will be ineffective against ghosts or fierce vicious Oni. In a hurry, she shoves the stick thing into her coat and pulls out a box of roasted soybeans. Vicious Oni! I've got roasted soybeans. If you dare come closer, I'll waste you. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, Oni wa soto, fuku. The beans aren't working. I have some salt here too. Take it out. Salt. The thing you fear most. Huh? Well, I guess I'll be going. Sorry for intruding. Sorry for bothering. Bye bye. Sayonara. Hey, wait a second. No, I don't think I will. My head. Are you alright? Momoka, who has just struck her head on something, starts to fall to the ground. However, the ghost's voice jolts her back on her feet. I'm fine. Sorry for bothering you. I've got a kids and my parents. They're so old to take care of back home. No, Hasuke is at home waiting for me to water him. Let me go. I have to go take care of him. In her panic, Momoka lets out a high note she's never even hit in the recording studio. Oh, I don't think I can even hit that high note then. Later that day, as the production team looks at the footage, they are unsure which one of the two, Momoka or Hoshiguma, most resembles a wailing wraith. What? What's that thing at my feet? You're asking me? No, I didn't ask you. Let me go. The terrified girl suddenly disappears, kicking up a massive cloud of dust. Perplexed, Hoshiguma leans in for a closer look and finally sees what happened. She smashed right through the floorboards.
Don't bother checking the battlefield again. I saw every enemy off myself.
Cool. Alright, one more and then I'm gonna take a quick break. Who are you? Hello, madam. I don't think I've seen you in Kajimachi before. What's your name? Do you need something? Some stranger ransacked my house. I need to go clean up. You haven't heard the news? It seems that someone snuck across the northern border into Mitsukue. My name is Tetsuya Suramachi. I'm a member of the Kinseki Kai. Please tell me who you are. I know everyone here in Kajimachi, but I've never seen you here before. Tetsuya? Could it be? No, no way. I'm going home, Tetsuya. Home? Don't be ridiculous. Do you even know the story behind this haunted house? This was a home of the first chairman of the Kinsakikai, and his clinic too. He was the best doctor we ever had. He saved countless lives. After he passed away, the house went to his daughter. Are you claiming to be his daughter? Hold on. You're pretty tall, and you have a single horn. And look at your hair. Is that really you, Hoshiguma Anarchy? Anarchy? Tetsuya, you... The haunted house Kaiden is about you? I never died. I never disappeared. I never became a Kaiden. I just went to lawman, that is all. Who can verify the truth of what you're saying? Go ask Uncle Tessai. I have nothing to say to that man. Oh? You're with Kimbi. Then go ask him about it, don't bother me. I'm going to pay respects to my father. Come talk to Mifune-san with me. You can return home after we've sorted this out. I politely refuse. The young man takes out a wooden bokuto hanging from his waist and points it at Hoshiguma. Upon seeing that his weapon is a blade made of wood, Hoshiguma lets out a sigh of relief. She sets down Hanya and faces Tetsuya, barehanded. Have we met? Never. Do you really think you can beat me with a bokuto? I've heard the story of the Aoni of Kinsakikai before. So you... Tetsuya, you're picking another fight? Last time you provoked someone, you almost became an actual sword fight. Haven't you learned your lesson? This is none of your business, Kichi say. Mifune told me to watch out for strangers. I need to take this woman to see him. If it doesn't look like an easy mark to me, why are you picking fights with ghosts? You know her? She popped up yesterday on stage during the concert and nearly scared Momoka half to death. It's really a ghost? No, what kind of ghost runs from and then gets caught by the cops? Did you somehow break out of jail or were the cops unable to hold you? They let me go, thank you very much. Boring. Calm down, Tetsuya. Don't always take Mifune as a supreme authority. I know you hate your father and don't want to go home, but at least try to carry yourself with a little decency. Or else all Kajimachi is gonna treat you like the plague. Kichi-say. So, Uncle Tessai, remarried? And he gave you the same name as his first son? He treats you and your mother poorly? Before, when we used to fight, I would ask him why he married my mother. His first wife and son were killed, along with your father. Then the girl he had raised like his own daughter suddenly went missing. He was supposed to die alone. So why did he have to drag my mom into it? Why did he have to ruin our lives too? Hoshiguma stares at the young man, who is staring back at her through his mask. She realizes he's not looking at her like an enemy. What are you sighing about? Nothing. I'm just tired. Don't lie to me. The young man adopts a fighting stance and attempts to close in on Hoshiguma at a tricky angle. Hey! What kind of empty-hand disarm technique is this? You read too many mangas. This is the most basic of basic grappling techniques. Did you settle down yet? The young man doesn't answer. Even though she's peering through a mask, Hoshiguma can clearly see that the young man looks a little bit depressed. You were all fired up just a moment ago. No need to give up so quickly. If your skills aren't up to par, then just train harder. Who says I'm giving up? How can you tell that I'm... Forget it. So what really happened between you and Uncle Tessai? Don't ask me that question, Hoshiguma Aniki. The young man hooks a bokuto back at his waist. He wants to wave goodbye, but can't bring himself to do so. After standing there for a moment, he gives Hoshiguma a stiff nod and limps off towards the outskirts of town. Go-san? My name is Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma. Tetsuya may be stupid, but he's not evil. He only started working for Mifune because he had a falling out with an old man Tessai. Lately, rumors have been flying about someone from the northern court sneaking into Mitsukue. Mifune probably decided he was too annoying and sent him to wander the city, telling him to go catch the northern spy, and he actually took it seriously. This morning, Kimbi killed one of his minions here in Kachimachi for the crime of trespassing. Tetsuya is Uncle Tessai's son. I hope Kimbi doesn't go lop his head off too. You look awfully young, Kichise. What brings you to Kachimachi? I inherited my grandmother's shop, the Lucky Star. Old man Tessai's pachinko parlor is under it, so I help him mind his shop too. You can handle 2 jobs at the same time like that? Ever since that bastard Mifune announced he was redeveloping Kachimachi, no one really comes by anymore, so I have plenty of free time. What do the residents think of the redevelopment plan? Huh? Mifune doesn't give 2 shits what the locals think. His people don't really mind trespassing into Kachimachi. Some people come to stir up trouble, while others come to drive people out. We are powerless to stop them. Even old man Tessai can't keep them in check. The old man's only been able to hold them off because he's got a deed to Kachimachi and steals the titular head of the Kinsakikai. Otherwise, Mifune would have taken it long ago. Thanks for sharing all that. No need to thank me. If you do end up moving back here, we'd be neighbors. Good neighbors help each other. By the way, what were you calling Mifune? Kimbi? That was his name before he hit it big. Oh, okay. And that's what I'll call him from now on. Oh, but Go-san, Hoshiguma-san, I really want to know more about you. Is the Kaiden legend true? Did you really hunt and kill on a mission of vengeance 20 years ago? Sorry, I don't have the time to talk about that right now. I got a lot to do. Sure, whatever. You go do your thing. I'll be right there in the pachinko parlor. Don't find me if you have time. Oh, by the way, I'm heading to the shrine to pray for Momoka tomorrow. And then there's a fireworks festival the day after that. So don't come either of those 2 days, since I'll be out. Fireworks festival? I guess it is fireworks season. Momoka sits in a cramped little room in front of a plant that doesn't look particularly healthy. It looks like a few more of your leaves have gone yellow. Well, at least you have a few new leaves to balance those out. There's not enough sunlight in this room. Your stem keeps bending towards a window. Ugh. Please don't die, Hasuke. Next to the plant, there's a whole row of baffling objects arranged from right to left. An empty water tank, a few flower pots filled with soil but no plants, a climbing frame for cloud beasts, and in the middle, a tiny electronic terminal so small that its purpose is indiscernible. And on the far left, there's a tightly sealed gym bag. There's no way to tell what's inside. As Momoka reaches for the watering can, the phone rings. Miu-san? Is this Momoka? Producer! Momoka, the TV station ratings are through the roof, all thanks to your visit to the haunted house. Why aren't you the least bit excited? Have you not watched it yet, or... I was scared of that ghost thing before I even agreed to do it. I hope I never see it again. That ghost. The ghost didn't touch you. Every major station is broadcasting your new show right now, and the forums are full of discussions about the Oni. Some have even created dedicated threads to revisit your past episodes. I was actually worried about your career trajectory for a while, but now I can finally relax. You're practically guaranteed to become the Southern Coast's Kaiden Queen. But, alright, well, the advertisers are blowing up my phone with endorsement offers for you. I better take some calls. Momoka, dejected, looks back at the room. She fixes her gaze on the television. Kachimachi is haunted. There are narrow old alleys, run-down shopping streets, and streetlights no one's even bothered to repair. Oh no, no. The vicious Oni has returned, all because of the countless wrongful deaths in Kajimachi. With no one daring to even set foot in Kajimachi, what future lies ahead for the neighborhood? Mash its channel button. Popular entertainer Momoka faces life-threatening danger in Kajimachi. Local businessman Mifune-san speaks out. On behalf of the Kinseki group, I vow that we will fix Kajimachi's problems at their core. Why did it blow up like this? Usually people watch the show, laugh a little and move on. Why did this episode provoke such a reaction? I promised that Kichi said I'd do my part for Kajimachi, but if things keep going like this, what do I do now? Momoka takes a look at the forums. He doesn't even need to scroll to see her name. Every thread is about her. No, I'm the cause of all this. I need to respond positively. Will you support me, Hasuke? Hasuke says nothing. Hello everyone, I'm Momoka Hanyu. I have an announcement to make regarding the TV show I did in Kajimachi. You all know that I filmed my first movie in Kajimachi. There was a time when lots of people who lived there walked the path of the Yakuza, so disputes break out from time to time. Now there are fewer and fewer people there. There's just a few quiet old streets. It's not a scary place at all. And post. Oh. Interacting with fans is usually so easy. Why am I so nervous this time? I hope I can help Kichise and Kajimachi. Let's just put the Kaiden Queen stuff aside for now. Look at how many likes it's getting. Huh? What happened? Why did you get grayed out? The phone rings again. Who could it be? She runs to the phone and picks up the receiver. Hello? Momoka? It's clearly Mio's voice on the other end. Mio, who is usually cold, sounds like she's struggling to keep her emotions in check. Before Momoka can even respond, someone else comes on the line. Ahoka! Stupid girl. Have you lost your mind? What are you doing posting like that? We've already locked that post. It looks bad for us to delete it from the system. You have to delete it yourself now. That's all I have for now. All you have? It's a giant mountain. If I'd shown up a little earlier and filmed you cleaning out the haunted house and posted it on the internet city, who knows, maybe you've been gone viral. Could have made us a bit of cash. Now, my shift's almost over, and you bring a heaping pile of garbage over. This is just the trash from the first floor and the courtyard. There's more on the second floor and the basement. Uh-oh. Anyway, please take my money. Otsukare-sama desu. Alright, fine. Wait, a Koban coin? You don't use Kobans anymore? Or you can't make change? How long have you been away? We switched it to paper currency ages ago. Actually, I've heard that Mitsukue and Kusarikawa want to eliminate cash altogether. That Koban must be worth around 4,000 mon. I can't make change for it. And even if I could, I wouldn't dare accept it as payment. Who knows if it's even real? Here's your money. Whoa, Tesai Oyaban. Arigato gozaimasu. Gozaimasu. I'll have someone haul this away then. The recycler pulls out his terminal and begins dispatching vehicles and personnel, while Tesai and Hoshigama remain standing by the trash heap. Neither of them appears ready to leave. The evening air is thick and humid. As Hoshiguma looks at the trash heap, her thoughts return to Longman. If it was Missy standing here with me, she would have already dragged me back to her place by now, she thinks. And if it was Chen Huijie, she would have rolled up her sleeves without saying a word and started hauling trash from the basement and second floor. If it was Lin Gray, or his daughter, they would never have even let the house become haunted in the first place. The old man beside her remains silent. The garbage truck arrives, gets loaded up with trash, and then rumbles away. Did you find any of your father's things while cleaning out the house? I searched the whole first floor and didn't find anything. Uncle Tessai, I just ran into a young man named Tetsuya. Come stay with me. This place is too messy. It'll take you days to clean it up. That's okay. I'd rather stay here in my own home. Fair enough. I'll go and get you some clean sheets. Otsukare, Uncle Tessai. As Tessai slowly walks away, Hoshiguma turns her gaze to the empty backyard. When her father died, Mitsukue still hadn't completely recovered from the chaos of the Blood Heat campaign. In accordance with the old customs, she had her father cremated. She buried his ashes in the backyard. Also, she erected a marker, made of the finest wood, and implored Tessai to carve the inscription. When she came to clean out the backyard, all these years later, she found that the wooden marker was still standing firm, even amidst all the garbage. She'd been so busy cleaning up that she hasn't had the time to tend to the grave yet. Our Oni-san? You're our Oni-san, aren't you? Hey everybody, come over here. We have to get footage of this. It's a huge discovery. The Aoni from the Kaiden is here in Kajimachi. We come to you this evening from Kajimachi, Mitsukue with an amazing discovery, the Aoni. After 20 years, the legendary Aoni of Kinsakikai has returned. We caught a glimpse of her yesterday at a concert on Nita Street, and now she stands here before us. Is she a master mimic? A ghost wandering this mortal coil? A cold-blooded killer who's been silently stalking Mitsukue for 20 years, leaving a trail of bodies in her wake? She doesn't look like a ghost. Ghosts don't usually have physical bodies, or cast shadows. Look! The owl only standing before us is casting a shadow. Hello, I am Komatsu from Kinseki Channel. Where's your unicycle? My what? Many people think the owl Oni is somewhat related to the Wanyudo. A bunch of the Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting the fiery wheel, I think. Before the reporter finishes speaking, Hoshiguma turns around and begins walking toward the house, only to bump into another hurried reporter. More and more reporters gather around, like Iridium slugs that have smelled leftover food in the sewer. She's here, finally! It's our Oni. It's really her. Our Oni-san. My name is Urakami. May I ask why you've chosen to reveal yourself again after 20 years? Is it because all your grudges have finally been settled? Did you have anything to do with the Momoka's show going viral? Get out of my way. Our Oni-san. I just want to ask you a few questions. You're actually striking people? Kajimachi is still my private domain. You have trespassed. Have you thought about how you might make amends to the Kinsakikai? Tessai? This old man is stubborn and mean, and he really threw hands. Let's get out of here. No need to get head-to-head with them. What was a gaggle of reporters quickly scatters. These vultures catch a whiff of news and they come swarming in the blink of an eye. Kaiden? What Kaiden? The people living in this house had a run of bad luck, and somehow that got tied to you. And then that evolved into a Kaiden. Ridiculous. I've got your sheets here, and your drink. Drink? It's so late that even the street peddlers have left for the night. You're going to pay your respects to your father. How can you do that without any sake for him? Arigato. Will you come with me, Uncle Tessai? No. You go by yourself. You're his only daughter. I haven't taken good enough care of you. I can't show my face to him. If I can reforge Hanya, that will be how I make it up to him. The stories are starting to tie up together. Kimbi is plotting something with a rumor mill. That's for sure. I'll wait a bit.
I've arrived.
Everyone, follow me!
Briefly takes off when colliding with certain fates blocked or encountering a hole. So you mean this? Oh, actually, what if I put you here? Wait. Yeah.
Orchid, ready to move.
He actually deals range damage.
I'll do my best. Thrust! Please hold on.
That's nice.
Everyone, follow me!
Fairly straightforward. So the guy can only take off once. That's good.
Here.
What are your orders? What are your orders? You will fall.
What the heck is going on?
Where's their most annoying guy? I'll take him down.
Everyone, follow me! Ready for action. Ready for action.
Got it. Down you go.
Using the plates.
Just as planned.
Mission accomplished.
Easy peasy. Who's there? Is that a car horn? Am I dreaming? Still asleep? Under the bright moonlight, there's a unicycle. With all of the garbage cleared away, it stands there in clear view. It's leaning to one side and not propped up against anything, yet it doesn't fall over. Did I have too much to drink? What can that be? I only had half a bottle of sake. Stranger still, she sees a tiny helmet suspended in the air above the unicycle. If an invisible person were riding that unicycle, the helmet looks like it would be the perfect size for them. But since Hoshiguma sees no invisible rider, to her eyes, the little helmet is simply floating in midair. Is it a bug planted by the police? Or one of Kimbi's tricks? Is it Uncle Tessai's doing? Was it created with some arts? Many people think the Ao Oni is somehow related to the Wan Yudo. A bunch of the Oni's victims met considerable misfortune right after spotting that fiery wheel, I think. The Wan Yudo? The Kaiden is real? Well, in any case, I better go take a look. As Hoshiguma bends down to examine it, the unicycle's pedals start spinning, and the unicycle, with its helmet, shoots off. Wait, stop right there. The unicycle speeds ahead, with Hoshiguma chasing it. Hoshiguma can clearly see that the spinning pedals are propelling the unicycle forward and the tiny helmet is moving up and down in rhythm. Why does it seem like an invisible person is riding the unicycle? When the vehicle turns, its pedals scrape the ground, causing a few sparks. Momoka's body goes limp as she falls onto her tatami mat. I can't sleep a wink. Maybe I should go to the agency tomorrow morning. First, I need to apologize properly and really mean it. If that's not enough, I can take on some extra work. The Miu-san will forgive me. You don't have to take so hard on yourself. Oh, is that a clock? I think I'll sleep with the lights on and TV on. Momoka kneels down in front of the TV and turns it on. An advertisement, loud, exaggerated and contrived, yet as reassuring as Mitsukue itself, begins to sound. I guess I'll go to sleep then. Peace of mind and financial security. Mitsukue Life Insurance Company. Music. Konbanwa. This is a Kinseki Channel Nightly News. The time is now 1:30 a.m. It's most a watching hour, when the ghosts are most active. Ugh. The plan formed with the northern court was thwarted. Heavy rain beats down on Isazaki. Damage to the agricultural plate remains under control. Now let's turn to the Mitsukue entertainment industry, which is turning some heads. Shrill alarm. What? What happened? An earthquake? A catastrophe? Sounds of signal interference. Emergency, emergency. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. We're under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat, we're under attack by the Northern Court. For your own safety, please follow these instructions. Unknown, ear-piercing sound. The Northern Court? How can that be? What's really going on here? Sound of signal interference. Momoka! 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 What's going on? That's a recording of my concert? Alone in this land, we all float on by. Our fleeting tender moments cause such deep sighs. Let me forever gaze into your audio glitches. Gaze into your, 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 gaze into your. If you're inside, close all doors and windows. Gaze into your, gaze into your. Ah, ah. Momoka jumps up from the tatami with a start. The thing that has just appeared on the screen is simply too bizarre. She flings whatever is in her hands at the TV in a panic. He hasn't touched the remote at all. The TV starts to flicker through the channels by itself. But now, finally, we welcome you all to the Midnight Heartbeat Cloudbeat Bar on Nita Street. Mifune Credit Bank. Mifu Credit. Chairman, give her another chance. That voice? A familiar female voice emanates from the TV. The fear in Momoka's heart slowly eases, and she peeks out from behind a giant pillow in an attempt to see the screen more clearly. We are at a crucial crossroads. I understand. However, we do not have evidence of her meeting Tessai in private. Miu-san? And Mifune, the chairman of the group? Why is it playing on TV? A recording? Or a live stream? Momoka rubs her eyes. Mio, he's out of control. Even if this wasn't on Tessai's orders, if it happened once, it'll happen again. So do what you did before. Make her vanish quietly, without a trace. Mifune-san, now is not the right time. He's still pleading for mercy on her behalf. If she were to suddenly disappear now, we'd have to pour much more effort into controlling the media narrative, which might derail your plan. Must you always wear that pitiful expression? Since you have a soft spot for her, fine. To find any excuse to terminate her contract and force her into retirement. Oh, right. And find a way to get her infected with oropathy. That's just... it's ridiculous. Mifune-san, you have 2 paths to choose from. Take your pick. Don't forget, out of a house full of trash, we just had to pick up that broken blade. We searched everywhere and couldn't find it, so we had no choice but to hastily forge a fake one. Even if she didn't do it intentionally, that changed everything. Right. Why is this on TV? That is the first mystery. Oropathy? Mifune-san is telling Mio-san to... Who does he want to infect with oropathy? What's that business about a broken blade? I picked up a broken blade in a house full of garbage? After falling out of the haunted house, Momoko quickly changed outfits, wrapping her dirty clothes into a bundle, and left the filming location. The stick. Oh, was most likely wrapped up with a bundle of dirty clothes. I see. When Momoka stands up and goes to the entrance, she takes a stick-like thing out of her dirty clothes. And the stick is indeed a broken blade. Changed everything. This broken blade changed everything. Every instinct tells her to throw the blade out the window as far as she can, and she knows it will only make things worse. I better hold on to it. If there's someone out there that wants it, I can always return it. Or at least, she can't tell if it's because she picked up the blade in the haunted house, or because of what Mifune said on the TV. With a shiver crawls up her spine and all the way to the top of her head. She turns the desk lamp on and off, and then on again, and off again. With the light on, she's afraid someone will see her shadow in the window. With the light off, she's afraid some intruder will burst in, under cover of some darkness. They're talking about how they'll get rid of me? Just because of what I posted online? Just because I picked up a broken blade? Am I gonna get disappeared? Infected with oropathy? Oropathy? No way. I must have it wrong. They didn't even mention my name. Suddenly, he hears footsteps coming from downstairs. They sound familiar, steady, and fast. All of this has pushed Momoka to a breaking point. She can guess who is coming, but with every footstep she backs a little further away. All the way to the window. Momoka? I figured you were sleeping, so I just let myself in. But you always knock 3 times first. The one you're going to dispose of is not me, is it? Dispose of you? Momoka, you... The person you were talking about murdering, or infecting with oropathy, is not me, right? Mio-san, I have no idea why. But just now my TV tuned itself to a weird channel and broadcast a conversation you had with Mifune-san about getting rid of someone. All I know is that our agency is part of the Kinseki Group, and that the Kinseki Group and the Kinseki Kai's finances are linked. I thought there wasn't any more to it than that. So you weren't talking about me, right? Momoka, come with me. There's still a way out of this. So you were talking about me. I need to clean up here. I still have so much more cleaning to do. I'm going to go close the door now. You wait outside for me, okay? She may have said she was going to close the door, but Momoka is too afraid to even take a step forward. Mio remains standing in the doorway. I'm going to help you. No, you don't need to help me. I'll take care of it myself. I'm going to help you. Mio-san, don't. I'm going to help you, Momoka. He says that same line for a 3rd time, with the same blank expression on her face. In that instant, Her very presence, once warm and familiar, becomes terrifying. Momoka takes a few breaths, and to her amazement, finds herself opening the window and jumping off the second floor. Excuse me, sir, but a unicycle passed by your shop just now. Did you happen to see which way it was going? A unicycle? I didn't see any unicycle. Besides, Anita Street is just up ahead. It's jam-packed with people. There's no way anyone would be riding a bike in that direction. It's not a normal unicycle. It's small. Small? How small? Very small. It zooms by so fast it's a blur. There's a little helmet floating in midair above the unicycle as well. Wait, isn't this the Oden Yata I was at last night? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Toru Moriuchi. Toru Moriuchi. Are you sure you're chasing a unicycle with a small helmet floating midair above it? I sure am. That's not good. The unicycle you were chasing is known as a Wanyudo. They say it often appears together with the Ao-Oni of the haunted house. Some even believe they are actually one entity. You know a lot about Kaiden? There's no one on this whole street that knows Kaiden better than I do. And that's not just a boast. It's true. Why? I'm looking for someone. Well, I hope you're not looking for some Ao-Oni from 20 years ago. Of course not. I'm looking for Kami-sama.
All enemies have
He's looking for God.
We Rhodes Island operators are the finest.
Oh, I'm gonna take a quick break. Come back in the next video. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I was really wondering like how Momoka managed to tune into the conversation between Mifune and what's her name? Mio. And whether that conversation was staged or was actually real. And what Mio-san was showing up at a time like that in Momoka's apartment and what her real intentions were. It'll be very interesting to find out.
We've tied so many different kinds of landmines together.